How's it going, guys? Series here. I bring you today one of the most expensive farms in the game right now. This is strongbox farming. I will be farming 100 tier 17 fortress maps. Now all these maps have been rolled with 140% more currency and at least 120% more quant. I have here a few great maps right here. All of them have more than 200%, and I have here two amazing maps with 336% more quantity and chiseled with the regular quant chisels. They took a bit of time to roll, and I have added one delirium orb to each of those maps for, of course, additional monsters, and the more layers of deliriums your maps have, you're gonna get a bonus item quantity and bonus item rarity as well. In terms of the scarabs, we'll be using the rainbow scarabs of ambush, one ambush scarab, one scarab of potency, one scarab of containment, scarab of discernment, and finally the scarab of hidden compartments. In terms of our atlas, we're looking at a pretty standard atlas. We're taking all of the increase effective explicit modifiers, all of the scarab nodes. We are favoring ambush scarabs and cartography scarabs to have a chance to drop containment scarabs and scarabs of risk. Taking the outer quant wheel as well as the inner quant wheel, I want to try and take as much quantity and rarity as possible. We are farming E2 of world altars because they are slightly in favor of rolling quantity, and of course for a chance to get a divine altar. Now of course we are taking all the strongbox node, and this time around I am not favoring concealed logistics because I do not want maps. And we are indeed taking the tempered proof because we want to roll our maps fast. We do not want to waste our time qualitying and chaos orbing all these strong boxes. This will take forever, so we will be taking tempered proof. Let me see what else. I am taking these two nodes for chance to drop memory influenced maps. We are not favoring any maps because we want to drop as many tier 16.5s as possible. Now I am blocking some mechanics because we had some points to spare. I think I already talked about everything concerning the atlas. Now of course keep in mind that those maps are very rippy. If you do not have the builds that can handle it, you will die a lot and you will fail some maps, of course, so mindful of that. Now in terms of investment, this is very expensive. We are looking at 225 divines in total for all of the 100 maps. Let's break that down. I have paid 75 divines for 100 maps. Those go for about 0.8 divines per map. However, I did get a small discount. I paid 8.3 divines for the Divine Orbs. 2.3 divines will be added from the map device. We will be rolling ambush on the map device, of course. We will have to pay 300 chaos for 100 maps. I paid 2.3 divines in total for all the quantity chisels. An additional 4 divines for all of the 400 scarabs right here that we have, except the ambush scarabs of containment. These cost alone 120 divines in bulk. I paid 1.2 divines for each scarab, and finally we paid 11 divines rolling our maps with chaos orbs. This brings the total to 225 divines of investment. Now of course we will be duplicating all of the currency that we drop from the boxes and the divination cards as well, and I rolled all of them with currency, so I want to be dropping a lot of divine orbs, I hope. I have here my currency farming tab that is empty, my dump A and my dump B. I have here some stuff. Let's take them out. So I have empty tabs and I will be ready to fill all of them out. Now just a reminder, this is very important. When you're farming tier 17s, you want to be killing the boss, because bosses will drop 1 to 2 fragments that will lend you access to the uber fights. Those fragments can get very expensive, especially in bulk, and you have to count on those for your profit, because you will notice a significant decrease in profit if you do not kill the boss. Now I will leave you with the highlights, and we'll be back later on to discuss the loot. And we are done. I have here my farming folder, and then we have the farming currency tab. We have here also the exotic one, the dump A, dump B, and a small tab as well. We have here a lot of currency, a lot of divination cards, a lot of maps, some blueprints, scarabs, some quality bases, some fragments, also some uniques. Now most of the cases filled are with void cards and chaotic dispositions. What I'm going to do is I'm going to sort everything out. I'm going to turn in my chaotic dispositions and put them aside so we know how many cards we dropped, and sort all the loot, the uniques alone, the fragments alone, and then we'll be back when everything is kind of noticeable. So after sorting in all my loot, I have turned in also my chaotic dispositions, and I have here my void cards. I have almost 2 tabs full of them. What I'm going to do is I'm going to turn all of them in, and I will put the noticeable loot I get from them. Of course not everything, because some of almost all of what I'll get will be garbage. I will turn everything in, and I put the noticeable stuff aside so we can see how much added value we can get from those cards. So this tab, of course, is still the same. However, we did add 645 chaos orbs from the chaotic dispositions. That means that we dropped 645 divided by 5, 129 chaotic disposition cards. In our dump A, we have all the scarabs, all the fragments, a few gems, a few unique simulacrum jewels, a few simulacrums, the unique items that we dropped, and the good bases, a few Ventors, 3 Yokes, 1 Astromantis, and in our dump B, we have all the divination cards that we dropped, all the blueprints, all the maps, and this here is everything valuable I could get out of my void cards. Now let's upload all of that into Wealthy Exile and see what our count is. You can see I just synced my tabs around 2 minutes ago, and I have dropped a total of 72 raw divines, 72 raw Vaals puzzle boxes, and 74 raw exalts. Now these have pretty much the same drop ratio, so I wouldn't say that I neither got lucky nor unlucky. This is as expected. In terms of the valuable currency, we did not get any mirrors, any Hinakora's locks, which is very sad. However, where are my sacred orbs? We did drop 3 sacred orbs. And as for the Eldritch Chaos orbs and exalts, they are pretty much about the same ratio. We did get more Eldritch exalted orbs, and we did drop 5k chaos orbs. 645 of those were from the chaotic dispositions, and I did also highlight my scouring orbs, my gem cutter prisons, and my chisels, because those are expensive as well. Now let's go a bit to the dump A. Let's talk a bit about the fragments that drop. As you can see here, we have dropped let's highlight only the fragments. This boss has more chances to drop the decaying fragment. We have dropped 51 of the decaying fragment. After that comes the cosmic fragment at 46 pieces. Third place we have the awakened fragment at 37. As for the reality fragment, the devourment fragment, and blazing fragment, and synthesis fragment, those have pretty much the same drop rate. So in terms of fragment, we have to kill the boss, of course, because only from the fragments we are getting around 88 divines. If we remove the Voidborn keys, we're looking still at around, if we remove the Voidborn keys and the simulacrums as well, let's see here, we are looking at around 76 divines, which is a big number. So of course, as I said, you have to kill the map boss because it will provide you with a lot of returns. Now this stab right here is worth 179 divines. In terms of Scarab, we did drop 12 Containment Scarab, 4 Awakened Scarab, and we have 15 divines worth of Risk Scarab, being 137 of those, which is huge. Now we do have a few other good scarabs. The Ultimatum Scarab of Catalyzing, we have 3 of those, we have 6 of those, and we do have 32 Incursion Scarab of Champions. Now in terms of uniques, we did drop 3 Yoke of Suffering. I don't know if I got unlucky with this amulet. This amulet only drops from the tier 17 fortress boss. I do think I did get pretty unlucky with those drops, however, it's fine. Let's move on to the dump B. Taking the lead in our divination cards, we did drop 6 7 years bad luck, 3 brothers gift, 2 icy brothers, 2 love through ice, 41 fortunates, which is big, 9 divine beauties, 4 sephiroths, 2 wealth and power, 4 perfect memories. What else? A few monochromes, we did drop 14. And a few other good cards. Now let's go back here. We did drop a few 8 mod corrupted maps. A few unique maps, a few bossing maps, a few guardian maps. And I do say we did drop a lot of tier 16.5s. This one sadly is corrupted. I will move that aside because it's pretty much worthless. As for the others, they're good, I think. Now, halfway through the video, I did start favoring mausoleum maps because I wanted to do one last mausoleum farm before the league ends. And we did drop a few Vaal Temple maps as well. Now, this is everything that I could gather from the Void cards. A few Chaos Orbs, 2 Raw Divines. We did get lucky of those with the Vial of Transcendence. We have 10 of those. Each of those is worth around 80 C, so we're looking at around 800 Chaos of Vaal Transcendence. And this Vaal Aspect, this is worth 3 Divines. Now this stab right here is worth 137 Divines. However, Wealthy Exile does not price those. We're looking at let me see here, we have 24, 25, 26, 27. We do have around 40 tier 16.5s. Now the mausoleum maps last time I checked were around 1 divine, and the random ones were around 0.5 to 0.6 divines. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to average all of those to 0.7 divines. I'm going to do 0.7 times 40, giving us around 28 divines. And finally, these bases right here, those I don't think are worth much. However, this one is a giga ticket item. This is a Twilight Regalia, eye level 85 with 28% quality. This is giga. Let me show you right here. I think we could get around 40 divines for this base, maybe 35. So we have 28 divines right here from the maps, plus 35 from the regalia. This is 63 divines. As for these 2 ephemeral edge swords, those are worth 2 divines each. Let me tell you why. We do have almost a max roll on the added maximum lightning damage of 14%, and we do have a decent maximum energy shield roll. Those are 2 divines right here each, so this is 4 divines. Let's add 4 divines to the calculator. This is 67 divines. So if we add 67 divines to the worth of our tabs right here, let me do the quick calculations. 67 plus 196, this is 179, and this is 137, plus 179 plus 137, we are looking at around 579 divines. We can wrap that up to 570 if you want. So 570 minus the initial investment of 225, we made 345 divines of profit. Now, of course, I did not show you the ventors because all of them are pretty much shit. I'm going to put all of those for dust. Those bases right here, I don't think they're pretty much worth price checking, because everything's going for energy shield or bases like those, which are hybrid energy shield and evasion, necrotic armor being the best out of them. So yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to Vaal everything here to see if we can get something good. Let's go ahead and take it to Vaal Orbs. Let's start. Those are already valved. So this one bricked. This is a shame. On this one we did hit increased life. I think this one might be good. Let's remove everything here. This is about 2 to 3 divines, which is not bad. This one bricked. This one hit cannot be blinded. I don't think this is a valuable unique at all. This is nothing really. The result is coil bricked. All the good uniques are bricking. This one no change. Brick. Socketed duration on a carcass jack. Let's see. This is very old. This will never sell. This one bricked. Trap or mine on a ivory tower, I think is bad. Yes, this is nothing. We did get reduced fire damage. However, this I don't think will sell because it already has a +2 to all maximum ally res. This isn't very good. However, let's do price check this. 5 divines on 2. This will never sell. Let's see here on the crit chance. 1 month ago, 2 days, 5 days will never sell. These are nothing here. We did get move speed here, I think. No, those are very bad. Well, we did get unlucky with every Vaal Orb that we hit except for the Gull right here. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment. I think I still have about maybe 1 videos before we hop on into Path of Exile 2. This is very exciting. The new league will be launched in 29th of August. Maybe I still have 2 videos in me, who knows. But I do plan to play just a little bit of Last Epoch as well before we get into PoE 2. The new PoE 2 league will be very big, as they said, their biggest patch yet. I hope for all the best. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments, and as always, like if you like, subscribe if you want, and thank you for watching.